Here we go. Watch me flex my flow. You'll be the next to know. Spit it hot flambeau. Swing them bars like whoa. Grab the remote control. Must have called a million times. I'm on the other side. Hello. Better watch that stream. Caught up in the track to beat. Scrub that beat with bleach. So when I hit it, bro, I spit it clean. Burn it now. Have to turn the furnace down. Y'all don't want this beef. I hit them with a holy cow. Hit them with the verse. Got them thinking, wow. This ain't a game, kid. Why you play around? This that ill spit. Them bars are so sick. I'll shock the whole world in a phylactic. Every single time I spit another rhyme, the planets all align so bright I blind them with my shine. Bro, I'm designed to make your confidence decline. Every line about to blow like stepping on a landmine. Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, man. We are live at the Ross Racing Studios. Thanks for joining in. We have a kind of crazy show tonight. A little bit of on-road, and we got some off-road sprinkled in there, thanks to the Barnyard RC doing what they do and doing it right. I think they actually had the most amount of entries for RC in Ontario this weekend. Greg Lister, what's going on? Coop, what's up? So I want to say that Coop was racing at the Barnyard this weekend, and like I said, hopefully everybody can share a link, because all I know of is two events that we had this weekend, one being the Rug Burners Race Series and one being the Barnyard. So if you want me to cover a different event, please post up in the comments, even if you are catching up later. And you know what? I think in the future what we're going to have to do is have the race promoters let me know so we can actually give them the love that they deserve. So with that being said, what's going on, Jim? We're going to try and do a little something different. We got to buy some time for Douglas Schufeld. Not only is he doing a doubleheader this weekend. Oh, Greg, I will definitely do that. Not only did he do a doubleheader this weekend, he's racing home to try and be on the show. I will definitely do that. So, actually, this is basically asking it for you. Jonathan, here we go. If by chance you can ask if anyone has a Huddy tweak station willing to buy it by itself with the set up wheels for touring car, please and thank you. You didn't do it last time driving home. Dude, I apologize. Yes, the St. Catharines trip was phenomenal. So, Jonathan, yes, here we go. Basically, I want to talk about the on-road thing. The on-road thing for me is basically my main focus at the moment. Obviously, getting ready for the Canadian on-road Nats. I'm so happy the fan shut off. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but holy cow, was it driving me nuts. So, here we go again. Anyways, the Canadian on-road Nats. It is going to be basically my first time throwing my car on the carpet. I'm extremely excited. I feel like I'm super ill-prepared, but thankfully I have good support. I know Douglas is going to be there. I hope Steve's going, but I'm not 100% sure. And the way that they are promoting the series is phenomenal. Now, if you haven't been to the Canadian On-Road Nats page, you will see a whole bunch of corny pictures. And when I say corny, I mean super corny. Like, I don't even know where he's getting these pictures from. But just for instance, the last post that he did was somebody like, oh, and they're saying like, this is the face of a serious racer. And he makes a funny joke about him returning to the event. Now, that to me is keeping it next level. You want to make sure that you get pre-registered for this event, and hopefully you will get your face plastered all over the Canadian RC Nats page, because you know what? They're doing it in just good fun, and if you're not having fun in this hobby, you might not want to do it. So, with that being said, I think we got a few other items that we can talk about. One, I know I don't like talking about the States so much, but did anybody see the Motorama 8-scale track. That track alone was worth the trip. Now, if you look at the facility as a whole, man, it was killer. Not only did they have a car show, they had the whole track, they had a RC drag strip, they had a speed zone, they had go-karting. Why have I not been to this event yet? Well, I think that's going to change in 2024. So I want to see what your guys' feelings are about big events where they bring in a group of non-RC related things and kind of mash it all together because they're all enthusiasts and just enjoy doing what they do, car related, no matter what the scale. Now, I seen a couple classic Mustangs there that I like, and I'm going to age myself a little bit, but definitely having fun. Hey, Shane, you know what? I bet you they had a bar, man. This place was epic. Gavin, hey, buddy, what's going on? Hopefully you're enjoying the show. And Crazy Turtles, man, I didn't even know. Maybe they might be Mutant Ninja Turtles. That might be showing my age, too, because I don't know. But, no, so a big event like that is going to be epic. And one thing I can say for sure is the Americans definitely throw on big wow shows. The one that's coming up with the Visions race, it's going to be the highest payout in RC history. And like, I just think the whole thing is super cool. Now, if you're going to be paying out a lot of money, obviously you're going to get a lot of competition. With that being said, if you're not one of the top A main guys going there, you're doing it for the experience. Like myself, I would be going there and just enjoying the experience. Now, every time I've gone to, like, say, a Psycho Nitro Blast, Wicked Weekend, or any of the Race Time Entertainment events, I gotta say, I enjoyed watching the pros race live more than even thinking I would have a shot at even hanging with them. The camaraderie in the pits is second to none. Seeing a pro team and the way that they approach things, the way that they do track walks, they're not out there with their social media and their cameras and, you know, having a good time and this and that. They're actually out there looking at lines, looking at track conditions, looking at what wheel compounds to run. I'm out there having a good time, taking pictures of cones on my kids' heads and shit like that. Like, I'm at it the wrong way. So you're going to see New Ross Racing in 2023, and it's going to be a hell of fun time. Sweet, man. Yeah, we got to do it, man. I'm telling you, just looking at the show is going to be epic. I like the idea. It's exposure for the RC as a whole. Yeah, and honestly, Jonathan, the exposure obviously brought it to the next level, so much so that they're actually getting outside sponsorship. That's right. Getting outside sponsorship from the industry is a huge deal, because if you can get Monster Energy or Red Bull or something like that to sponsor your race team and you're to scale, you know you made it if you got one of those. I could use a Red Bull right now. I'm not going to lie. We have a sad announcement. I'm going to be a little sad when I bring this up, but we had our second attempt at indoor off-road at Windsor RC Raceway, and I can't thank Andy, Wes, and everybody that was involved enough for giving it a go. But obviously, we are going to throw in the towel for this year, and our plan is to be back in 2020, well, the end of 2023, bigger, badder, and stronger than ever. Basically, what we're going to, do is we're going to try and hype it up throughout the entire RC season at Spark, the Barnyard, wherever. And we're actually going to work with the people from the Barnyard and make sure that we're following the same rules, similar setups, and basically just copy what they have working for them, but just have it opposite weekends and make sure that we're not overlapping, because a lot of people went to the Barnyard, which I was thinking of going to. So definitely going to have to work with the peeps and see what we can do. I have one PM me, please. Hey, actually, you know what, Jason, if you actually PM me, not Ross Racing, but Adam Ross, I can actually bring it up. Matt, man, what is going on? Dude, I got to see the brand new Mayako Nitro buggy built none other than Robbie Quick. He brought it to the track to show it off. And, guy, I got to say, it's got some pretty cool features. The one thing that I liked is being able to lock the steering during setups. Everybody might think that that's such a small thing, but when you actually see it in action, I feel you would be able to appreciate it that much more. Rob, what's going on, bud? Miss you. Definitely going to have some drinks and good times once we get back out at the track. Maybe set up a wing night if John's watching. Got to do something like that. And or if you're in and around the Canadian Nats, pop in by and try and heckle us a little bit, because you know me and heckling, it goes hand in hand. So having the big events, having all of the stuff going on in the States is definitely next level. And I would love to we got a spy back there. But we would like to definitely get our races promoted. So the big events at Spark are going to be the Summer Shootout. And then we got the Bryan race, of course. It's going to be epic. And obviously for the out-of-towners, those are the must-attend events. And obviously we're going to have the point series, which is always super cool, and appreciate everybody making that as big as it's been over the years. And with the track crew coming out this season, it's definitely going to be one for the ages. So Mayako is making some serious headway this year. Only 2 months into Nitro season opener. Oh, man. Hey, the amount of work that John's putting into the track already, I'm telling you, he's going to be racing by next week. It's looking fabulous. I can't wait to see it under the lights. He has been going full speed, getting everything ready. I believe he said if the temperature holds up, he's going to be pulling spikes semi-soon. And let's face it, guys, John is not one to mess around when it comes to track preparedness. The one thing that I am blown away by is the Techno Short Course is actually beating the TLR in the poll. Now, the poll's going to end, I believe, on Tuesday. And honestly, guys, I cannot wait to bust out my short bus. I feel that the competition level is going to be stacked. And obviously, Douglas is going to be jumping on board shortly. Oh, no, Jason Morrow has one. Just PM Jason Morrow. Here, I'll put his name up for you, Greg. There you go. So Jason actually has one for you. So make sure you hit him up, and you should be all good to go. Greg, you're fast enough, man. You don't need to be any quicker with the on-road stuff, that's for sure. But getting back to my train of thought, I'm looking forward to this season. We're going to have the new Mayako buggies out there. We're going to have the S-Works buggies making their second season debut. We're going to have the WRC buggy making its debut out at the track as well. So there's going to be tons of competition. Now, TLR is going to be pretty well represented. Mugen's definitely going to be well represented. You got hot bodies with one guy that I really appreciate pitting with, and who's got a heck of a dialed pits, and Pounders coming back to help out with the hot bodies team. So you know they're going to be having fun there. So you and John almost have me convinced to get a short. Jim, man, I'm blown away by this short course love. Oh, you are watching, bud. I didn't even know you were on board. Welcome to the show. And if your kids are watching, what's going on, guys? The short course is blowing up. And if the rumor is true that Douglas got that new Techno lightweight short course, I feel that we're going to be racing for second place. Now, if he truly did get a short course, I'm going to start making cash bets. So come to the Ross Racing Pits. I am making cash bets on he's going to out-qualify almost 95% of the 8 scale buggies with the short course. His qualifying time for short course is going to be 95% of the 8 scale guys. It might. I feel like we could do a bet on the under over of 95% because it's going to be definitely bringing the pain. But Steve is one that could potentially put this kid on the trailer, and if he bleeds, we can kill him. Is that how it goes? Something like that, eh? Oh man, yeah. No, Steve knows what's going down. Another cool thing with the short course is you can't get a 3.0. I can't even point to it, but you see it. It's down there. We're getting ready. I'm not like contortionist here, but we all got it for him. I'm telling you, man. But short bus, I'll put the wheels to it for sure. The fun thing about short course is I feel it will breathe new life into people coming back. It is the best entry level class. Not only is it fun, but having the full fender body, it just makes for a little bit of beating and banging that much better. And rumor has it, Robbie Quick's coming back out. There's going to be, I heard Paul, a little bit of rumblings there. Mike Moore's thinking about stepping up to the new techno. So, man, the votes don't lie. And if that's the way it's going to be, I'm looking forward to it, man. We got to definitely throw down at O-Town short course style. And the best thing is about the short course, they run it at Spark. They run it at the Barnyard. If I'm not mistaken, they run it at Line 29. I know they definitely run it at Crestwood. So it's a vehicle that can get a lot of new people interested in the hobby and kind of use it as a gateway drug. Another cool thing with the short course is they almost self-marshal. Let's face it, you guys see me crash like a pro once or twice, and I love that they almost always remain on the wheels, right? So, Greg, Greg, come on, you did not. I can't believe this guy coming out swinging again. Still thinking about getting one. No, Chris, I'm telling you, it is going to be one heck of a fun class, and you know what? I'm hoping that we can do a little team racing with the short bus and maybe make it like the Han race at the Canadian Nats where one guy has to drive while the other one chugs a beer, do a lap, and then you got to switch. And the first to 5 laps or 5 beers, maybe win something like that. Just have some fun with it, man. That's what it's all about, right? So I know Douglas said he's going to be a little bit late, so I just got to chit-chat for 13 more minutes, and he should be popping on. I already got some of the race events queued up that we're going to be reviewing. Obviously, RC Niagara was yesterday, and then the Barnyard was today. So those are the 2 that I know for sure were racing. There's a few of you guys jumping on and off. If you could just let me know if there was any other races that we have to talk about, I would love to have them queued up before we go live. We also have a surprise. Jeff was nice enough to stop by, bringing his jump drive, showing me some cool stuff that he's working on behind the scenes. Oh, yeah. And he's going to actually allow me to introduce Douglas Schufeld in style. He's a great young man, a champion, and he deserved a better introduction. The one that we've been running for him, the Flame one, you guys have seen it a million times. Now we're stepping it up. Yeah. We're going next. He hit a home run with this one, and with the way that he implemented the color scheme into the wording and actually brought some sound to the mix, he's going next level. So, Jason, yes. Phoenix, okay. Saturday Night Fever. Dude, thank you. No, I knew there was one that I was missing, and I couldn't quite figure it out. So I'm going to make sure that we got that switched up and all queued up. We definitely had Steve on the show. He probably does not. My guy's been. I know you should do something, Steve.
Are you on the show?
Yeah,
Get you a logo, man.
yeah, we got to get Steve some love for sure. So race day, 11 minutes ago. Phoenix RC dashboard. No, that one's the United States. Phoenix RC Racing Club, maybe. No, that's the United States. I'm trying to find. Yeah, RC Niagara. Oh, they ran today too. I think there was something at RC World in Niagara Friday night. Yeah, no, RC Niagara. I definitely have queued up, and I have the Barnyard, of course. Actually, the Barnyard was the biggest race of the weekend, if I'm not mistaken. It was a points race. Found it. Thank you. Yeah, Phoenix RC Raceway. Perfect. Yes. No, thank you. Thank you. I definitely needed the help. Okay, so I race stadium truck and four-wheel drive buggy at Dirtburn. Jonathan making the big trip to the States, man. That track looked amazing. That was the DBRL race number 3, if I'm not mistaken. So thank you for the link, Jason, hooking me up today. Jonathan with the big jump to the States, definitely having some fun over there. They have a wicked indoor clay track and definitely a lot of fun to be had over in the States. I can't wait to get my wheeler. I definitely had a lot of fun with that racing in the States. Unfortunately, I don't have anything at the moment to race in the States. I actually had to steal my painter's 2 kits just to race indoor off-road this weekend. So thank you, BJ, for that. Believe it or not, the 2-wheel drive was faster, but the wheeler was easier to drive. The wheeler, it was my first time running 13.5 stock wheeler, and I didn't have enough time to tune. And with the grip and all that stuff, it was definitely a blast. That was more of a point and shoot type vehicle. Oh, RC Niagara is an indoor clay track. Yeah, no, you know what, Jonathan? Yeah, definitely racing 4x4 short course over at the Dirt Burners would be hella fun. And I could definitely get my short course ready very quick. I would have to steal it back from my daughter because mine is still in the box. Boo. Got to get that going. They also race 8 skill. You know what? We tried that for a few seasons and it was fun, but I feel that they're way overpowered for how small the track is. I believe that 2-wheel drive buggy and wheeler are the classes to have there. Now, you must have had a blast with the stadium truck, but your 4-wheel drive buggy must have just been dialed. Like, that's, to me, the premier class there. The thing is, it's like right there. That clay track is right across from the motel, down a mile on the other side of the highway. I'm thinking you're talking about the hotel that we stayed at, correct, Greg? Because there's a lot of things going on in and around the RC Niagara area. Sorry, I threw in RC there just because I'm excited. But they definitely have it going on when it comes to RC and RC events. There's no shortage of tracks, and it seems like there's a lot of interest still generating there as well. Now, I pulled up the RC Niagara as well, just so we have it. And we can actually get into that before Douglas jumps on board. So RC. And it was pretty crazy. What do we got here? Results. Yeah, no, see, it keeps coming up. RC Niagara Indoor. So we're going to do it like this. RC Is it art? Is it Niagara RC World? Maybe. Let's check it out. Yeah, I'm trying to find the RC or Niagara RC World and Hobbies. There we go. So I think I found it. So this one right here is what one I think you guys are talking about. Yeah. All right. Thank you guys. So results. And definitely buggy. All right. So you know what? We're here. Let's do it. Let's do it right now. Okay. So unfortunately, we're going to just skip right to the A mainers. That is the one right across from the hotel. Sweet. So you got, oh man, right from freaking buzzer to buzzer, you got Paul D taking the win from the TQ spot. Nicholas finishing in the 2, jumping up 3 spots. You got Kurt in the 3, and then you got Jason and Matthew rounding out the top 5 in 2-wheel buggy A main. Now, I always like looking at the lap times and seeing what their consistency is. And the fastest lap was a 13.8, 13.8, 13.9. So the top 3 were definitely in an epic battle. And you got 95% consistent, 90% consistent, and 93% consistency. That is definitely a main material right there. Next up, we got, oh, so they only run 2 buggy and buggy. That's all they run there. So let's see. We're going to try this. So we got, wow, Matt with the big jump coming all the way from fourth to first. 26 laps, 26 laps, 26 laps, 25 laps. Top 4, throw a freaking blanket over them. 6/10, 1.1. Damn, that's some close racing. 95%. And then there must have been some kind of, you know what? Let's scroll down to the telltale. Look at all these X's. I don't know. Oh, here. Can you guys see that? There was some battling. Look at that drop right from number 1 all the way down. So crazy battling. Let's get back to the result. All right. So you got Matthew taking the win. You got Jason in the number 2. You got Paul D in the 3 from the TQ. Kurt in the 4, and Scott rounding out the top 5. So definitely cool to see that we have that many people out there running indoor clay in Ontario. Kind of blown away, actually. It's definitely something I would love to see locally. But you know what? I feel that Windsor RC's ideas for the end of the season, just kind of keeping what's working at Spark and rolling into an indoor setting, is going to be just what this area needs. It's just we got to make sure that people aren't putting away their off-road vehicles for the on-road stuff. But the on-road right now is definitely my main focus. I feel that I got my Tekin ESCs. I got my Tekin servos. Man, I'm even running a Tekin battery. I feel that I'm going to be super competitive. If I have time, I'm going to be ordering the new Tekin 21 5-turn motor with the torque rotor. I was specifically told to make sure I get the torque rotor so I can be as competitive as possible. And then obviously for USGT, it's going to be the same, but you have to run the spec motor. So we will see about that. So I feel that we can add the next one here. We'll wait for Douglas. He should be on board semi-soon. He said about 8:30, and he will be good to go. So I know Jonathan raced. Did Greg have an opportunity to race today or this weekend? Watch this. We're going to go crazy here. Okay, guys, I just shared a link. If you want to jump on the show, and say anything while we're like waiting for the Wonder Boy, Douglas Schufeld. There's the link. Don't be scared.
Get Subban on here.
But yeah, if you want, jump on board, and you know what? We'll chat it up. Definitely have some time. We can throw anybody on board. I can actually have up to 10 guests now. We're going to have a couple new features coming up very soon, and it's going to be one of those next level things. I'm super excited to be able to bring it to you guys and just basically have some fun with it. It's going to be more so for when it's warmer temperatures and we can actually talk. Like, not me talking to myself or talking to a wall. I want to talk to you guys. I want to talk to somebody specifically. I want to go Joe Rogan on your ass. Like, that's what I want to do. So we're going to have some fun with that and see what kind of shenanigans we can get into. Maybe even have a little bit of fun behind the scenes. But you know what? When you actually have the camera on, it's a different feeling because you have, I guess, yeah, Jeff saying pressure, but no, you just want to make sure you keep the show, yeah, the show going. And right now, I'm definitely struggling a little bit. Not only am I tired, we put together the track yesterday. We had only 12 people show up. Boo. We had more people show up, but only like 12 vehicles that actually went on the track. Hate that the amount of effort, and people that put together tracks know what effort it takes to put together an entire track for a day to only see 12 people run on it and then have to tear it back down. A little crushing, to say the least. But yeah, if you guys are having issues, all you have to do is just open it up in any browser, and that link will work and connect you direct to the back room. In the back room, you can kind of see what's going on behind the scenes, and then once you're ready, you can give me the thumbs up, and we can put you on the show. Basically, what I'm looking for is if anybody – well, Greg already got his tweak station, so he's good. I know that Steve was watching earlier. Jonathan's always got lots to say. He's got a great show. So Talk About It Tuesday is definitely one that you got to tune in. He actually comes to the table with topics where I'm just freaking winging it right now. I do have 2 other topics left, which obviously are the Barnyard, the biggest race this weekend, and RC Niagara. So we have a little bit of a stuff. Matt, I don't know if he wants to chime back in because I know he might have some more drivers in the mix. I know the new e-buggy's got to be dropping within a month or 2. I know they're still in prototype form. Next week is going to be huge. It is going to be DNC. That starts on Thursday. We already have a bunch of the Quebecians basically traveling and practicing en route to get there. So if you're not familiar, the Team Bago is actually taking the toter and they're traveling from racetrack to racetrack until they get to DNC. It's definitely sick as you know what. I don't want to say the F-bomb. Holy cow. We got somebody joining us from his home studio. We're going to have to bring this boy on board. He's got lots to say. Let's bring in Jonathan Hilton. What's up?
On or what? What's going on? What's happening?
You are live, buddy.
What's happening over here? Howdy, man. What's going on?
What are you
what's
building?
Up, man? How it be? How it be,
serious,
man? What
bro.
it do? See, I knew I would catch you off guard, and I needed to, because I know that your show attracts a lot of attention, and I like it. I like it, and I like talking about it too. I talk about it to a lot of people and ask them to watch you if they have a second, because it's very good. It's nice. But yeah, thanks for having me on. First off, I really do appreciate you pushing the the check mark button or whatever you got to do. Thank you.
Oh,
but yeah, this is like a spare time thing. and a fun thing, because everybody knows I'm so hardcore into racing. If you've met me holding a radio, and this is just a fun piece right now that I've been on the side during the off season, and it's a Traxxas 6x6.
Whew.
And
Dude,
right now,
those are me.
Right now, I'm just modifying the rear half, and myself and Marley, we're gonna go out for a midnight mud run, and maybe use some headlights and go down by the creek with a different one. But I wanted to watch your show, so while I'm watching it, I'm at my bench and I'm working on this and doing my thing and just chilling, like watching your show. I'm interested in what's going on with you, but gave out the opportunity to say what's up, so I thought I'd hit the what's up button.
Yeah, no, the best thing is that your crawler. Dude, that thing is epic, man. If anybody missed the show last week or on Tuesday, this week, the crawler, dude, is next level.
Yeah, they're fun. I knew how fun they were years ago. I had one. I had an SCX-10, and I gave it up, and I just wasn't using it, so I gave it to someone that was using it. But I got, walking with Marley every day, and I knew that what I was walking her with every day wasn't cutting it, so I should get something that I should use, something adequate for walking, because let's face it, you're not supposed to be walking your dog with a stadium truck, right? So
yeah.
Well, what was happening? I looked for, a crawler, found one, and checked out a few others, and I found one that worked, and checked out this one, so I was interested in looking at it. I saw it, and I grabbed it. And this thing is like super cool in beast mode. Like when you start looking at pixels working and the way that it all tweaks out when they move and stuff like that. The articulation is really cool on these things. The way they pitch up and they crunch and they tweak and they stretch, and the mechanics involved, they really start to tweak out, and then you could still move out. Can you see that real clear? Can you see that?
Oh yeah,
What's going on with the axles
good,
in there?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and like when you're crawling over features and stuff like that, and the axles are getting tweaked, and you have switches to lock and unlock diffs, and these guys play these scale games, which technically are cool because we're at the track playing scale games. Like let's face it, we're all out there having fun with toy cars, right? And a lot of us, are holding, sponsorships and out there doing, like next level pro things and stuff like that, right? So we're making sure that we're having complete runs. We're making sure that, we're coming in prepared with no failure, like a 0% failure rate and 100% success rate and stuff like that. And, like we're playing those sort of like, really next level race games, right? With our toy cars, right? And the way these guys are in the crawling community, where people get organized, let's say the way we're organized in the off-road racing community, these guys, they're out there playing what's called scale games. Like, everything is very scale, quote unquote scale. Yeah. And when I say scale, I mean, if you put the right background behind their RC, you wouldn't be able to tell it's an RC. Believe me, bro. The way these guys have their stuff detailed down to, even a simple measurement, and the way something could have like a depth detail, printed or manufactured into it, you wouldn't be able to tell that it's a toy car anymore. And now they're playing that sort of, role where, the vehicle doesn't only look scale, but it functions scale. So if one of these guys are getting in a situation where they're on their side, like how I have my 6-wheeler like this, there's other guys that will back their vehicle or drive into your vehicle and wench you over back onto your wheels, so you don't even touch it with your hands, because they call that the hand of God. And you're not supposed to use the hand of God on your RC when you're on your run. When you come out your car with your RC and you're on a group crawl, let's say, where you put your car in your parking lot, you start off from and you start driving it away, you're supposed to drive it back there and then pick it up. You're not supposed to touch it all day. So if you see a rock that if you see a rock that might topple you over, you're not to really, mess around with it. If you see, a section of water that might swallow your vehicle up or make it float away, you're really not to mess with it. You're supposed to try and go around it. If you see like a hill or a valley that is going to really disturb your vehicle, you're not supposed to mess with it. You got to pick and choose your routes, and the articulation of your vehicle with the weight bias setup, the way we set up our race vehicles, really plays a role in the way if the vehicle functions scale now. So now it's
right.
It's almost like my methodical fun in the off season. It's nice.
Definitely.
It's nice.
Definitely change your pace.
You can put
cool.
Right.
But hey,
so
we got Douglas finally there, man. But we're gonna have to have like a crawler show, because I got a whole bunch of new people following me with this crawler stuff due to the Cow RC stuff, because Cow RC is sponsoring an event that's going on this weekend, and there's tons of crawlers out at SDRC. And I heard that thing is like a crawling mecca. I know that Tyler and a few others, with Craig Mills and a few others, went down there, traveled down there with their crawler kits to meet up with other like-minded, and the numbers don't lie. There is a ton of crawlers.
Oh yeah, you'd be surprised how big these events are. Yeah.
Cool, bud. Well, I got to show off something that Jeff made for none other than Douglas Schufeld. But thanks for helping me kill that void there, bud. Okay, bud. Have fun and enjoy the rest of the show. We're going to give Douglas a few more minutes to settle in. He is definitely burning the RC wick at both ends. He has been definitely working on-road. He's been working on off-road. Now, I'm going to show you guys the original intro just to kind of tickle your... So, everybody's seen that one. Everybody knows who Douglas is. That intro's not too bad. But Jeff was nice enough to actually put together something phenomenal. Now, Douglas hasn't even seen this one yet, so I'm super stoked for him to actually get the opportunity to see Jeff's work. He spent, I think it was close to 82 hours on this one. No, I don't know how long he spent. But you can definitely tell that this next level intro is going to be the shiznit. I'm just going to keep buying some time for Douglas because, you know what? He's a young kid. He's growing. He's got to make sure that he gets fed. And you know what? I think he's just actually running in the door from the Barnyard event. I haven't even seen the results yet, so I'm very curious to see how he is done racing off-road. Like, I totally thought he was in on-road mode, preparing for the Canadian Nats. But let's face it, this kid can do it all. So I feel that he is going to be a force to be reckoned with. I kind of want to talk to him about his rivalry with Kevin Hebert. Now, I know he has he's giggling in the background right now, but I feel that Kevin is coming out swinging for Douglas this season, and he doesn't want to be second fiddle to nobody. And I feel that center court or the food court, whatever you want to call it, is going to be an epic battle for the premier class, and I can't wait to be a part of it. From the sidelines, of course, but I'm going to be there for sure. We're going to be doing tons of lives, tons of fun, tons of shenanigans, and I actually can't wait for some of the new announcements to come up. We're probably going to have Mark on board again just to make sure that everybody's aware of exactly what's going on. The new announcements, oh man, from what I've heard, are going to be so amazing and just add that fun element to the show. I know that the Tamiya thing is what everybody's waiting for, including myself. I feel that the Han truck thing was next level when he did it. And if they can pull that off again, I'm bringing beers. I'm telling you, it will be next level. I got the best partner for that, Dennis Mayville. He'll drink anybody under the table, hands down. He's out on a cruise right now, getting his beer drinking, body in shape. And you know what? I feel that we'd be a force to be reckoned with. Also, if we were able to pull off something similar, having my partner John Blakely with the short bus, I feel that we'll be unstoppable because Douglas is only one guy. So we'll see. Maybe he'll clone himself and go next level on us. But we got to ask him, man. Is the rumors true about him getting a short course? Because, man, I feel he's going to hurt a lot of people's feelings if he pulls up and whips one of those new techno. I believe they're the light edition or lightweight edition or something like that. It definitely looks like it's going to be a contender. I seen the videos. Actually, I shared the videos. I'm really intrigued about this new short course. I feel like it's going to be next level, but we got to basically kind of stick to the on-road theme. You can see my short course just patiently waiting in the background to get some love. Shit, I've only cracked open the box just to take some pictures of it and say that I miss it, but I'm looking forward to doing that build for sure. So you guys seen the original. Now we're going to show the new intro. I think Douglas is ready to go. So we are going to go live with Douglas Schufeld in less than 5. Damn. How's that?
I like it.
Hell yeah. I figured you would like that with all the geometry, the colors. You brought your color scheme into that bad boy. No, it looks good. Looks good. So just make sure, everybody, that his sound is good because he actually has it all dialed in a little bit better than most. So didn't even know you went to the barnyard today, bud. How was it?
It was fun. I mean, it's probably the best the barn's been in a while because they allow you to sauce now, so grip is
Can you just kill that?
really high.
Open the panel. No, go ahead. I'm just gonna have him kill it, and then you'll see the one that says
crazy high.
heater.
Because we can use the sauce now. So all the tires we used to run there don't really work. So we're now using much harder. It's like compound tires. Which makes it interesting for sure, and it makes the times and everything a lot faster. But the big thing was just the grip was way higher. That's all. Nice.
So obviously, I haven't seen the results yet, and I know we got our. Here I'll pull up the barnyard right now. Obviously, the biggest race of the weekend. There we go. All right, so the barnyard, it actually says it in silver, right on the panel itself. It's a bigger one if it helps. Yeah, it's written right on it in silver. It's hard to see though. He's trying to kill this stupid fan for me just because it's driving me bonkers. All right, so we have, yeah. Oh, he did it. He did it. All right. So, what a bunch of entries here. So, there was it single mains or
just
double
single,
A mains?
Just single.
Okay. So, you had short course, two-wheel drive buggy, two-wheel drive truck, and four-wheel drive buggy. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think the stadium truck too.
Stadium truck.
It's the second last one. It's they call it two-wheel drive truck.
Oh, okay. Yep. All right. Okay,
truck.
so we will start with the short bus because that's how I roll. All right. So you got Justin from the number 2 taking the win over Ryan Fireball McKay. What the heck's going on, Ryan? Actually, you know what? I seen a ripped tire or something like that. Not sure what class that's from. Justin in the number 3. Coop in the 4. Congratulations, Coop. And then Matt Abaj rounding out the top 5. Matt's going to be definitely one stepping it up in the 2023 season. Man, that's awesome. So we're going to do truck next because I feel that truck is definitely, wow. S-Works, Canada in the number 1 spot. That's a surprise. Andrew Bakar taking the top spot, Mr. BRC. Number 2, Justin Wilson. Number 3, Braden McKay. Obviously, got to have the McKays up in there on the podium. Always nice to see. Randy Bush in the number 4. Coop rounding out the top 5. That's another one rounding out the top 5. So Brian saying that was Hollywood, man. 1 bottle of wine equals 5. All right, Kat, we're gonna have to put that to the test. We'll see. Dougie, aka Hollywood, eh? Yeah. It was definitely definitely good. All right, so I'm gonna save 2-wheel drive for the main event because I feel no surprise there. Douglas, 1 for 1. No freaking way. I think there's a typo here. Fucking 3 laps, bro? 3 laps. Man.
3 laps ahead of everybody?
Yeah.
Really?
Wow. Dude, do you even off-road anymore? Like, what the hell? Holy crap. Okay, so Douglas, number 1. Everybody's racing for second. We get that now. Holy cow. I didn't even know this guy went. And look at. I agree. That is crazy. So Doug taking the number 2 spot. Awesome driving there. Martin, in the number 3. Oh, and Dave. Doug and Dave making the show. Awesome to see the Rhymers out there. Super cool. Miss you guys. And then Aaron rounding out the top 5. But geez Louise. Dude, I don't understand. You're beating everybody by a freaking half a second a lap. Like, what? Obviously, it worked for you with having additional grip. That's insane. Was that the only class that you were running?
No, I ran 2-wheel drive buggy too.
Oh, all right. Let's see how he did in 2-wheel drive buggy. So obviously, I feel that 2-wheel drive thing. Look, they're calling you out. Dougie gets better. 3 laps, that's nothing. I need to see 5. No, yeah. Don't tempt him, man. He probably backed it down when he had it fucking so far ahead. Oh, my gosh. That's impressive. I'm not going to lie. I can't even remember. When was the last time you ran off-road? Like 3-4 weeks?
My 10 scale, the 4-wheel drive buggy, last time I drove it was at Barnyard, whenever their last points race was. And
Even
then
worse.
2-wheel drive buggy was like, I don't know, a year ago plus maybe.
I didn't even know you owned a 2-wheel drive buggy. I'm not going to lie.
I got it like 4 or 5 years ago, and I've driven it 4 times.
Yeah. Hey, Jeff, he can't type the question, but look, they're freaking cracking me up here, man. Oh, my gosh. So where do you go and not dominate? He wants to know.
U.S. events, anything over the border. But I
agreed.
Yeah. But I like to say there's also always competition wherever I go. Like I could walk into any event and get my ass handed to me, literally. So.
Isn't that part of
well, hey, you are very nice to say that, and everybody appreciates that, especially Steve. But man, I'm telling you, the thing is, there's a target on your back big time. Returning champ to the Canadian Nats. I know, man, they're gunning for you. You know that Kevin was beside himself when the kid Douglas finally beat him. He like the whole thing was epic, man. And like you got to be proud of that accomplishment. I'm sure you are. And for you to try and bring it again this year, the target's bigger than the freaking sign behind my head. Like it's gonna be massive. I can't wait to see it in person the whole time. He definitely, man. That's why I love having him on the show. And we're gonna do the bid to get him to a big US. I'm telling you, we're gonna do the world's What Would Douglas Do, the 2025 edition. We're going to start selling some T-shirts and stuff like that. It's going to be sick. Don't worry, Douglas Shupo has help. Yeah, you know what? The thing is, though, he has help, but everybody else, he helps everybody. It's because of him that I actually stepped up my my touring car game. I went back, and instead of getting lapped 4 times, I only got lapped 2 times. Hey, giddy up! But no, but hey, I didn't even realize that you should kind of work on your car in between rounds. And after watching Douglas, I was like, boy, oh boy, I'm sneaking downstairs trying to do 5-pin bowling at freaking in between rounds. And Douglas is just getting faster. So it was definitely fun. That's a great question.
I don't know yet. I'm not too sure. I don't really know too much what my off-road schedule is going to look like. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out maybe a race potentially to go to other than that one, just because I've been to it a couple times now. But I don't really know. So right now it's kind of up in the air.
Cool. All right. So let's see how he did in 2-wheel drive buggy, the premier class. Huh. Jeez. Guys, guys, oh my God. Like, I should put the camera so it's covering up. He lapped everybody 4 times, and he hasn't raced. Oh my God. I don't even know what to say. I'm actually speechless for a change. Jeez Louise. All right. So he was running a whole 5 tenths, half a second faster than everybody per lap. Jeez. So, okay, 1 for 1. Douglas again. You got Brandon in the 2. Good job. Dave, awesome job, man. Making the podium. And Aaron in the 4, and Justin rounding out the top 5. Yeah, honestly, Rob, I was talking about that a little bit earlier in the show. Motorama was epic. I was like blown away by the cars being there. They had indoor dirt biking. They had indoor go-karting, indoor RC freaking drag racing. They had everything basically car related. It was super cool. So obviously you went to the barnyard and dominated. So I'm wondering what happened yesterday at RC Niagara. We're going to find out right now. So we got the RC Niagara indoors coming up, and 82 entries. So a little bit less than when he does a 2-day event. This was just a one and done day, right? Douglas, yeah, this was just 1-day event, right?
Yeah.
Didn't do that?
Yeah, it should have been just today, actually. Yep.
Oh, it would have been just. Oh, so you weren't even there.
No, I wasn't there at all.
Well, no wonder why I didn't see your name.
Yeah, I wasn't there at all.
Yeah. So this wasn't a points race then.
No, they said a club race today. Their next points race is March 12th.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's like basically 2 weeks before the Canadian Nats.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Now I'm back. Following what's going down. So they definitely had quite a good turnout for a club event then. So what's this? We got A main with the 12th skill. You got Nate, Al, and Jeremy. And
what are you doing, man? What's going on here?
Who?
You gotta be there for you to see.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, he has to be there. Yeah. Well, I'm used to like just clicking to see who's TQ, and he's definitely there. Jeremy left early.
Why? What a guy. What a guy, man.
All right. So we'll keep going. We'll see what else we got here. Boom, boom, boom. So VTA. VTA is a class that surprised me of the popularity out at his track. Not very popular in the Windsor area, but definitely still.
Okay, I'm sorry, Kenny. What are we doing here, man? You have the fastest VTA car, and Max is beating you here. I don't know what's going on.
I like you calling him out.
because I'm sorry, Kenny's VTA is his class. I don't care. Like, he's got the fastest car by far, and gets beat by Max, who wouldn't be shocked if he's driving an X-Ray.
He shit the bed also. First time out too.
Yeah, first
oh
timer.
my
My God.
god. Jeez, that's not cool.
Excuses. No.
Yeah. I feel I picked the wrong tire.
Yeah. The set was bricks compared to the other set of bricks.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh man. All right, so Richard, actually, you know what? It was pretty close. I got to give you props. It was only like a half second apart, and then you guys had the field pretty much covered. Richard in the third, and Chris in the fourth, and Adam rounding out the fifth spot. So let's see. Keep going up. So Formula One. I would love to see this grow in popularity, and I'm actually looking forward to seeing it at the Canadian Nats because it looks like there's quite the bunch of guys running that class. To be fair, Max has Corey Craig on. Oh, so he's got some insider information. Still a stretch, though.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Formula One, A main. You got Mike taking the top spot. Pete Eplestone Jr. Pete was looking mighty racy last weekend when I saw him out there. Alex in the 3, Bruce in the 4, and Mark rounding out the top 5. So also we had the GT12. I'm going to save the 21.5 A main for a little bit later on. So GT12 A main, you got Nate taking the win, Matt in the 2, Roger in the 3, Mike in the 4, and Carlos in the 5. I believe isn't Carlos pretty new?
No, he's been racing in St. Catharines a while. He's from just the US though.
Oh, that's why.
Okay. Yeah, him and Nate Schroeder travel over every day, I think, roughly.
This one was another class that I'm blown away with the popularity. The 2-wheel drive WGTR8.
Come on, Mike. Come on, shots. Only 3 laps. Why not 5?
Oh, is he on here still? He might still be on. Yeah, he might still be on here. Yeah, chirping him. That's funny. 3 laps. All right, so obviously Mike had basically everybody's number there, man. Yeah, he's like, yeah, he had everybody's number there. Running basically a half a second a lap quicker, so not too bad. But his percentage sucked. Like your consistency's so low, bro. 98.45. Oh my gosh. So Mike, so it's a Mike and Mike show, and then Mark in the 3. You got Roger in the 4, and Carlos rounding out the top 5. Oh, I love it. Definitely a lot of fun when you get to heckle your friends, right? So next up, we had Touring Superstock, which I believe is the 17.5. Superstock is one that I might actually do as an alternative class at the Canadian On-Road Nats, so I can just use the same chassis because I feel my Mugen is a little bit more competitive than my 2016 X-Ray. All right, so you got Philip taking the win there. Oh, Junior definitely doing good, and he was faster, so something must have happened. Only 1/10 off of the win there for Junior, and then Richard didn't start. I'm guessing. I'm guessing he didn't start. Did yeah? You know what? I definitely skipped 21.5. I feel that 21.5 is the premier class, and we were saving the best for last. Yeah, I'm guessing that you didn't make the A main though. Is that why you thought that I skipped it? Oh, see, there he is. I knew it. I knew he wanted to see that. Yeah. So 21.5 A main touring stock. Definitely the class to be in if you want to be fast. You got Kenny taking the win, Sam in the number 2, Junior in the 3, and
Kenny's getting it done.
Wow, 33.
Who is Sammy Lee? I've never heard of that in my life. Who is that guy?
Yeah,
Kenny,
no
help
kidding.
me out. Who is that?
Kenny's gonna have to like answer us that. And Maverick, damn, definitely. killing
Right. What's going on, man? Did you pull me? What's going on here? like, did you pop a ball at the bottom arm? Like, what's going on?
Wait, didn't
What are we
you do
doing?
that last race? Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sammy is from out west, from Calgary, apparently.
Huh. Cool.
Well, he not only is he a good dude, man, he's
Yeah.
plenty fast too. All right, so
Apparently these Ontarians got it handled though.
yeah, yeah, and then USGT looks to be the biggest class there. Brian finally pulling out something cool. There we go.
Showing the Calgarian that Ontario's premier.
Yep. And then you got Richard, then Chris and Philip rounding out the top 5. So definitely some good battles going on in the on-road scene there. And we have our big race, which I believe you're coming to next weekend.
Yeah, which one is that? Ron Garrett one?
Yeah, the Ron Garrett race.
Yeah, I should be down.
Yeah, Greg puts on a phenomenal event. Greg Lister definitely had a huge friendship with Ron Garrett, and unfortunately he has passed on. So we do this memorial race for Ron, and if anybody knows who Ron was a huge help in and around the Action Hobbies basic track the entire time I've ever went there. Great guy, and Greg has some pretty epic stories. I believe last year you drove his car around when his wife was there, donated the trophy. It was super cool. And then she got to have the momentum from the race as well. And didn't you lap everybody like 6 times with his car or something like that?
To be honest with you,
dude, it was ridiculous.
I just know it was a good moment, and it was an honor to drive his car. So
yeah, it was pretty sick to see too. But so I gotta ask, is there anything that you have to do to prepare for the Canadian on-road Nats?
Oh my god, so much.
Yeah?
Oh my god, so much. I'm hoping I finally got my mod car back to the way it should be. After I went through 1,001 things on the car.
The whole thing.
Oh yeah, that was brutal. So hopefully I got that back in order.
That's fine.
And then pan car's been okay. It's been pretty good. I got a pretty solid setup on that. But the biggest thing right now is I don't know what classes I want to race at the Nats yet.
Okay, well then that answers my second question, because nobody really knows what you're running.
So like I signed up for the same 3 classes I ran last year.
Yeah.
Which was mod, super stock, and super stock.
Okay.
But I don't know if I'm gonna race 3 classes this year or what I'm gonna do. So like I know I'm gonna race touring mod for sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I want to run touring mod, maybe 13.5, and then stock keep it the same, or if I want to run like mod and 13.5, both in pan car.
Okay.
Or maybe just mod and 13.5, or 2 classes. I don't know. I'm not sure if I want to do 2 or 3, or if I want to do 2 or 3, of which ones I want to do. I'm kind of leaning towards maybe the faster classes, but I really don't know yet. It kind of depends on when I drive them and how the cars feel and what I'm comfortable with.
Okay, so what are you the defending champion?
Super stock touring mod.
So obviously you got to run that one.
I'm gonna run touring mod for sure. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. That you got to defend your title there, because I know Kevin would be upset if you didn't give him the opportunity. Other than that, I feel that I feel that like I would love to see you in the fast classes, because you definitely can showcase what the vehicles can do. Why would you only consider running 2? Is it the time between rounds?
It's not the time between rounds. I find all the races I do that I race, at least on the on-road side, all the races I do, I race 3 classes, especially because like I understand the cars, but there's sometimes when I go to these new events, I don't really know kind of what to do with them.
Right.
So I go to these events, and there's usually what ends up happening is I have 2 classes that are really good and they're working well, and then my third one usually suffers. So either it doesn't get working or it's really bad. I'm struggling with it all weekend. may not be worth running at times. So I'm like, if I run the 2, that's why I was debating running the 2. If I run the faster classes, I run the 2. You know, keep my head more focused on those 2 classes and kind of get the setup, make sure both setups are dialed. But no,
look out. Yeah, no, honestly, if you actually focus, people better look out because a lot of people that will tune into the show already know your work ethic, but to see you actually operate at an on-road event, dude, I'm not going to lie. Like, I was like, holy hell. It even inspired me to get some weird shit for my car, and it leveled me up. Like, it's funny to say, like, I was stuck at like a certain speed, and I brought it back to the track. Even Greg took spy photos. Like, he was working on
he
your
was
car.
all over it.
Oh, dude, I know. I was trying to keep it quiet, but like, it actually made my car handle better. It didn't make it faster. It made it easier to drive, more consistent. Right, more consistent. I couldn't have been happier. So I was sitting there, watching you and Steve go freaking bonkers in between rounds. I'm like, what? Like, you guys do that every freaking round? And I was like, okay, I better rethink kind of what I'm doing here. Because, like, what I would do is I would sometimes clean the tires. You know, like, I don't know, man. I was, like, so far off in left field. And then you guys actually inspired me. You helped me out with some stuff. The way that you showed me with the jig on how to glue the tires and get it proper, the way that you have the templates, I just can't believe the finesse that's required when working in the on-road scene and how intricate and how much the little setup changes actually affect stuff. It's well, okay, yeah, there's winning and there's actually like having more fun. Because if you actually have a car that handles, when you guys help me with the changes, I was like, oh my god, because Greg gave me these magic tires. I tried 3 turns and I freaking pulled my car off the track. I didn't even wait for my 5 minutes to expire. I was like, this is crap, bro. I like hated my car. And then you guys are like, oh, glue this, do this and that. And if it wasn't for you and Steve, I'm telling you, I wouldn't have had as good of a time. Obviously, it was super fun beating Greg, but I wanted a little bit more, and you guys helped me get to that level, and I do appreciate that. But just the whole etiquette and seeing you guys work behind the scenes was awe-inspiring, and I think that just people don't see that part of the hobby unless they're in the hobby, and it's just so cool to see. So still deciding on what to run. That's pretty sick.
There.
Now, you know what you should do? You should just keep it a secret until you show up. Because then,
I'm thinking that.
Yeah, man. Because like, obviously, you can bring all the vehicles, and then just last minute, whatever's feeling right, go with that. Now, I've seen your mod car because you figured out the issue what you had last week at the Rug Burners when I was talking to you. I know that you have 2 pan cars, so you got a mod and stock pan car, and you got a stock and mod touring car, correct?
Yeah. Okay, the one stock touring car or pan car, I switch between 13.5 and 17.5. Just depending on where I race. So if I race at St. Catharines, I do 17.5. I go to Phoenix, I race 13.5. That's all. Right.
So no chance of hurting anybody's feeling to run a GT12?
I'm not racing that class.
I didn't think so. Too slow, eh?
No.
Falling asleep on the track. Okay, so last question before we cut you loose. 4x4 short course, O-Town. Is the rumors true?
I don't know, maybe.
Oh, man, look at it. See? I don't know. I told you guys I would ask him, and I feel that he got one. And if anybody's going to make it work, it would be Douglas. I don't even care that Douglas got one. I just hope he keeps all the freaking setup shit to himself, which I know he won't. So it's just going to make everybody that much more competitive if he actually got one. So okay, so there's going to be this year. It looks like Paul and Dennis, they were the co-champs a few years back. Me, Robbie Quick, John Blakely. There was a whole bunch of people that voted that they were going to be in it. Chris Coop, super fast. There is going to be a stacked field this year.
be in there?
Hell no to the short bus. He will he'll marshal for us. That's about it. Like, yeah,
I don't even know if he'll do that. I don't even know if he'll do that.
but yeah, it's not a class for Steve. He is a premier guy. Have you seen his pits? He's a premier.
Oh
guy.
my god, he's OCD. Oh my god, he is on top of me so bad when there's one wrench out of place. Oh my god.
That's why I even put a sticker on there, and I had to measure it. I got out my micrometer and made sure that it was properly on the corner. Yeah, I did. Yeah. Oh man.
You know what my answer is though? Hey, if you got a messy pit table, that's when you know the real work is getting done.
No shit. Yeah. But I give him props though. He puts as much effort into working on his shit as he does to putting his shit away. Yeah. I'm like, dude, you just freaking he was like, well, you got to put it back. Yeah. I'm like, you're using it again. I'm like, what the hell? He cracks me up. But he's definitely a great guy. I love pitting across from him and getting into all kinds of shenanigans. But competitive. Well, I feel that his best shot is going to be Nitro Buggy. And Steve was telling me some stuff that there's a few parts that came out from Hot Bodies that he feels is going to bring his Nitro game to the next level and that he will have something for Douglas this season. I've heard that from him a few times now, so I hope it comes to fruition. Because let's face it, I just want somebody to be able to push Douglas. If somebody pushes Douglas, that'll help Douglas get quicker. And then when he ventures over to the States, he'll be more prepared for faster conditions and faster people. Because going to the States is next level. It's so humbling to go to the States.
Oh my God, it's absurd.
Oh, so it is a concern. It is a concern for you, it sounds like.
Well, I wouldn't say it's a concern. If he actually had the opportunity to go and race with the fast guys, he would level up and be able to get there. It's just, if you don't have anybody pushing him, it's hard to pull people. He's pulling people to get up to his level.
3 laps ahead, 5 laps should be.
No, and we joke about that, but if you don't have anybody pushing you, it's nothing for Douglas. Once he knows he has 3 laps on the field, why would he push?
Not really sandbag. You just need to push it.
He's not going to break his shit now. You know what I mean? Absolutely. He's going to finish the race. He's not a dummy. And that's why it's hard to keep the pressure on, right?
Douglas, who keeps pressure on you at what race, at what track? Who keeps pressure on you, man?
Well, Steve's one for sure.
Steve Saban?
Andrew Bakar for sure.
Andrew Bakar. Get you nodding away. Okay.
Damien for sure.
Yeah.
Jordan Miles can definitely get it when he gets his program together.
Yeah. Are everybody here is racing
Sousa?
at Otterville? Because that's the one that's
yeah, for sure.
All of these races are at Otterville that go up and give him pressure.
Well, no, like Quebec obviously would be Damien. We got Sousa. He's mostly racing in the States now, so he's going to be a weapon. Thank you, Rob. Yeah, definitely. Tommy.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Douglas, do you do a lot of out-of-town races?
As much as I can.
When I say a lot, I mean 6 or more.
Maybe collectively for the year between on-road and off-road. But for one season, I think off-road the most I've done out of town is 4.
Yeah.
And then on-road this is the first year that I've actually traveled outside for on-road of Canada.
Who's your entourage?
Oh, obviously.
No, I mean like your mom, dad. Who comes with you?
My dad.
Oh yeah.
Your dad. You got a brother. You got a best friend that comes with you too.
No, so only child, just me and my dad.
Oh, you guys get to pair up, and that's
and they really leveled up their off-road racing package. Not only do they have the cube truck, they actually have a little something in behind now. So it's cool, man. And I feel that that's going to allow you to be more competitive racing over in the States.
Yeah, so, it definitely makes it easier with traveling because it's just not so expensive when going over.
Yeah.
The hotel fee is not outrageous when you go over, which makes it nice.
So Rob clicked off 3 good ones. He did Tommy, Abby, and George.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
When their program's together and nothing happens, and when it's when the car is fresh, I would say yes, 100%.
When they put the crown down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, because like you can tell their level. It's like, wow, how am I able to keep up with these guys?
Yeah.
It was something crazy. So I'm gonna throw another old school name in the hat. Dave Henry.
Yeah, he's still fast. He's so
I know,
fast.
still fast.
He's still fast.
They are an awesome pair. Couldn't ask for a nicer family. Yeah. No, honestly, when they roll up, you're gonna get
I appreciate
an
it.
awesome race, and you're gonna have huge support with technical related questions. I always try and stump them, and it's funny because like I ask them like the most lame thing, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's just this," and it's like, man, I was sitting on that for like, man, hours. I couldn't figure it out, and they're like, "Oh yeah, just do this," and it's like, man, I should have went there hours ago. Would have been practicing more. But what are you most looking forward to with the Canadian on-road Nats coming up in a few weeks?
Honestly, just racing with the Nats again. But I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm just excited in general to just go race there again.
Right.
Honestly, I'm just excited to race on-road again. I race
Yeah.
off-road, and I'm like, man, this is a lot of fun. But this is way less work, and I'm like, man, I got the Nats. I just want to race on-road. That's all I want to do. So, but no, right now I think it's just I'm excited to just get the mod car back to mod because it was 2015 recently, and
Right.
then kind of figure out what classes I'm gonna run, and then depending on what classes I'm gonna run, work on those classes and make sure they're up to par for Nats.
All right, so obviously it's road to the Nats time now, and you got the points race coming up.
Yep.
In 2 weeks or no, is it 3 weeks? I'd have to look at the calendar, but you got definitely the Rug Burners
I think it's 3.
points. Yeah, championship coming up,
Yep.
and obviously you had a little bit of issue at the race that I was at. Now, do you still have a shot at winning the championship, or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I just need a. I think I have hand car and 17.5 locked up. I think.
Oh, damn!
Because I've been to all 5, and then
No, he's already won. He's won the championship already.
and then 21.5. I think I just have to finish in the A. Don't quote me on that. I haven't looked at the points for a long time.
What? That's
Yeah.
it?
I think. I could be wrong.
The championship. He's pretty dialed. Yeah, he gets lucky here and there. I don't get it. I don't know either, but Pete always makes sure that he puts on an awesome show. He was very inviting, and the giveaways that he does throughout the entire event just kept it interesting. Obviously, everybody had the 50-50 draw. Everybody was balling. The tickets were flying all over the place. It was a lot of fun. But as for the championship, so you almost have 3 championships already locked up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
Nonchalantly.
I think so. I haven't looked at the points for a long time.
Yeah.
If I can remember off my memory, I think I know I have 4 wins in the series. I think out of the 4 wins, I have 3 TQs.
Oh, so that
And
gives you the
Pancar,
points.
and then I think 17.5. I think I have 4 wins also, but I think that class I have 4 TQs. I think. I could be wrong. It's something
And you
like
get
3 or 4.
1 bonus point for the TQ, right?
Yeah, it's either 1 or 2.
that-
I can't remember.
Okay,
And
so-
then 21.5, I have 3 wins, 3 TQs, 1 DNF. But the DNF
Nice.
would have counted for like 6 or something like that.
Yeah, because you're still in the AMA.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's crazy. That's like when I blew up my motor at Windsor RC Raceway last week. I was solidly in 3rd, and I went down 4 teeth from what you guys helped me with out at the Rug Burners. And I think I got 6 seasons out of this motor, so I was super happy with it. But
Jesus.
obviously, I was just pushing it way too hard, and it caught fire coming down the back stretch, and it went out in a spectacular fashion. But like you said, I still finished 5th overall because they only race 5 at a time. So, man, I lost a lot of points, but I'm 2nd overall just behind Rob Say
There you
for
go.
21.5 touring car.
There you
So
go.
I got a little bit of work to do. The
Awesome.
only way I can catch him is if I was to get TQ and beat him. So it's still like
There you go.
whatever. Yeah, right. But
There you go.
there's still a possibility. Numerically, I can still win, but it's Rob Say. So It's yeah. I think I don't think he's going to make the mistake again. But we'll see how it goes. He only had one bad race, so that'll be his drop, and that's the only reason why I'm still in the points chase for the championship. Which
there you go.
I'm happy they posted it as Adam is still got a shot, but I don't have a shot, dude. No, like if you look at numbers and you didn't know who was who, you'd be like, oh yeah, it's really close, but it's not really close. Yeah, it's just the hype, right? I guess, man. It's not hype for me because I'm gonna go there knowing I'm gonna get my ass handed to me from Rob. Say he's definitely top notch and a really fast guy. I can't wait to see him in action off road. He's gonna make it out to
is he gonna come out this year?
Otterville. Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah, he's ready, man.
That's gonna be awesome.
I heard he was really fast in off road back in the day when he was doing it, so I'm kind of curious to see how well he adapts. Yeah, no, he used to help run one of the RC Pro Canadian Series or something like that.
Oh, okay.
I was like, yeah, it was super cool to chat with him and find all that stuff out. But cool, man. All right, well, since you don't want to disclose about the struggle bus down here, we'll cut you loose. We are going to play the intro one more time. Just because Jeff took his time, 82 hours to do this. Dude, it looks good. I like it.
It's really good. I do like it. It's really good.
Yeah, you just have to send the check in the mail. It's I think he charges like $32 an hour. It's only 82 hours, so you got that covered and paid. But man, hey, thanks for racing home and jumping on in. Awesome job at Barnyard, dude. That was not expected. And we'll see if I can get up to RC Niagara one more time just to make sure I'm ready. But next weekend we got the Ron Gant race. Hopefully we'll see everybody out there. And man, I guess we'll see you. Hopefully this weekend. Yeah. And then next week, if it won't be that late next week, but if we can, we should do a recap of DNC because that race
my god
is going to be epic.
Whenever we do the recap, I have things I can tell you, but I can't tell you on camera. I have to tell you behind the scenes.
Oh, I love it! I love it!
It's so good, but I can't say it.
No, we'll save it for next week then.
All
right, bud. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you later. Hey, no problem, man. Cheers. All right, man. Thank you, guys. I know we went a little bit over. Douglas, man, that was awesome. Heckling all the boys at the RC Burners race in RC Niagara. Dude, I love seeing you heckle them in real time. That's even better. And the proof's in the pudding. Your lap time and consistency are no joke. And thank you for being so humble and allowing us the chance of thinking you might not be Ron the Struggle Bus. But we'll see you guys later. Cheers for now. Bye-bye.